Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today I decided to start filming this when I had already made a design, because I started it and then I realised I really liked it and I thought you might too. I'm going to make a matching set. Yeah, I have a pattern going and we're going to make the earrings. If you just want to see the earrings, I will timestamp it in the description and also let you know. But we're going to be doing this necklace first. I will leave everything that I'm going to be using in the description box, but you can use the toggle clasps we got. I've decided I'm going to use some different toggle clasps that I had. I'm going to be using this one. I've brought out a load of things to play with, and this is what I came up with. So let's crack on to it. What I've been doing is I've been doing a little bit of wire wrapping. So as you can see, we've made these wrapped loops before, only we haven't made a chain, or I haven't with you yet. I thought I would take you through the chain process. So I'm going to be using this wire. I don't remember what wire it is. I think it's 22 gauge, maybe. Let me check. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's 22 gauge. I'm not going to use that end because it's all bended. I'm going to use this end. So as you can see, it is a nice simple wrapped link chain. The most difficult part is remembering to add your new links onto your old links, especially when it comes to here, because most of the time when you make one of these, you can wrap one end, make your bead, and then attach this end to your chain to make your chain. But for this one, I decided to stop where I was because I need to add the next link in my design, which is this one. And I need to add it to here and here. So I thought I'd stop there and show you. So I'm first going to make the design of the bead that I need, which is a pearl. This is some imitation jade that we got from February's Bead Box? No, it was March's Bead Box. On there, and I'm going to make a wrapped loop. Where did I put? I'm just going to stick to using my smallest pliers here. I'm just going to bend it that way a little. My smallest pliers, my smallest hole on my loop makers there. That around. Just like 2 wraps would do, and then trim off the excess. Any pokies. And see, this is exactly what I was talking about. This is actually kind of perfect because I forgot to add my loop. So currently I can't use a link like that. I need to add on to both ends. So what I'm going to do is, instead of wasting this, I was going to cut it so that in a minute I have enough time to make a loop. I have enough space to make a loop. And I'm going to do it again. It's so easy to forget because you're just concentrating on making a nice neat loop. Try again. And bend it. Start to wrap the loop. like that. Okay. Add. Well, I suppose I'm going to add this because it's lighter. It won't get in my way as much, so I'm going to add the link to this end. It really doesn't matter which one you do first, as long as you attach at both ends. And then wrap your loop. Wrap your wire. Trim off your excess. Make sure you have enough room for your loop. You want to bend that just a little bit above. And there, before we finish wrapping, at the end of your chain. Probably could have done with less of a tail there actually, but and there we have it. And now we only need to add one for on one side for a little while. So now if I make the next one with you, if I go and look back, I made this ceramic. I made this with the ceramic bead, so I'm going to need a bicone, one of our ceramic beads and another bicone. As you can see, I'm not chopping off from the wire until I'm ready, and it can help minimize wastage if you have a good feel for how big or how long you need the tail for the loop, because you obviously still need it to be working. So here, because I only have to attach to one side, I can go ahead this time and close it. Enough for my loop. And of course, make sure you leave yourself enough room as well for wrapping. There we go. You just keep adding them like that until you get to this one, and then remember to add to both sides of your design before the closed links. And I will be back when I'm going to add these. It's going to be very much the same, but I'll be back when I'm going to add those anyway. Now that I have got my necklace the length I want it, and I'm happy with that, this is going to sit just a little bit longer than the collarbone. I'm going to take jump rings, because I could have added them with a wrapped link, but I felt I wanted the plainer ones towards the back. So obviously this is still going to be sat at the back, but you're really not going to see these, so I'd rather the links were at the back. I'd rather these were at the back than a wrapped link. So I'm going to take a jump ring. I'm going to take each of my toggles and just pop them on. And that is our necklace done. And now it's time for the earrings. Now, if you already know how to make tassels, you prefer making them a different way, yes, but you could just go ahead and do that. I'm going to make this one with you. I'm going to be using my fire line, and I'm going to be using a size 10 beading needle. You will want the thinnest thread that you have. Mainly because I will show you, I don't think Nemo or Nimo, however you say it, will do, because if I can find where I just put the reel. Because as you can see here quite clearly, it's quite a bit thicker than my other thread. I'm going to be using this one because it means I can pass through these beads more. Okay, I did try it with this one, and I used a wire guardian and I was able to pass through 6 times for tassels, but I preferred the 7 tassels. I don't know why, it really didn't seem full enough with just one less, so I switched to beads at the top and a thinner thread. So I'm going to just use my usual fingertip to fingertip, and this was a good amount. I didn't need to add any, which you won't want to do. You won't want to be adding thread for this, you want to use the same thread. So I'm going to go ahead and thread up my needle. So I'm going to grab this is a very large bead here, this is a 6/0, silver 6/0. One of the ceramic beads and another 6/0, just like that. And that's because these check beads are a lot kinder to the thread than these ceramic edges. So, and then I want you to come about halfway down your thread, so you're roughly in the middle. It won't matter exactly, but I'm going to work from both ends just to make things a little easier for myself. And the very first thing I'm going to do is add this top bit here, and I have used 11 for this just to make it a good little shape there. So I'm going to use 11. I'm using Imitation Delicas here, but they are very good. They're in my AliExpress shopping video, one of them. I will pop it up there somewhere. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and then I'm going to go back through. I'm just going to hold it in place and put it around like that, just like that. I'm actually going to move in a little bit for you. Just like that. So for the tails here, I'm using 20 Delicas. Just like that. Bring that down. Like that. Let's move this up a bit, because I don't need these bits now. Bring that down. You want to skip the 15/0. And I find this is easier because this is quite a long design. I find this is easier to pull this through the fringe first and then go through the bead. So I'll show you. Skip the 15/0 that way, and then go through all those beads. Just like that. pull the needle through, then go through here, and to figure out which side you want to go in, just give this the other end a little pull. You want to go in the way this thread is coming out of. So if you see I give that a pull, you can see that's this side. So I want to put my needle in that side. So no pull, you can see right there. So you want to go through, and I'm just going to go through about 4 on this side. And I'm going to hold in place without getting tangled around everything. Just get that out of the way. Yes, I'm going to hold this in place while I pull my needle through, like that. Like that. You don't want this too tight because it won't sit right, but for now I'm going to leave like that, and I'm going to attach a needle to this side, because while we're coming out of this end with this needle, we know that we need to go in the other side with this end. So I'm going to add a few fringes with this end now. I'm just going to go thread it up. Now I've threaded up the other side, I'm going to do the exact same thing. I'm going to grab 20 of these Delicas. Lavender bead, rose, and Bicones. Oh, and the seed bead. Don't keep the stopper. Oh, you see that? This one's slightly too small, it won't go over the head of my needle. So I'm just going to simply grab another one. These are Tohos as well, so it just shows you that you do get all sorts. Bring that down. Skip the 50 now and go through every other bead. Don't forget, if you keep it on the side like that, can make it easier to come through. Through there and through the opposite row. Just like that. But this time I'm going to keep going around here and then down for another go. And add another fringe, and you just keep doing this, and then when you've not got enough space with this one, you go on to this one. I'm going to come back when I've added all my fringes, and I'm tying off. So I've added all the tassels that I'd like to, which is a good job because I've run out of thread near enough that I probably could put another tassel on there, but I like the way 7 looks. So I've got 2 tail ends coming up here. I'm literally just going to start tying it off. So I'm going to tie off in here, go along a few beads, tie it off there, so on, so on. I forgot to grab it. And then I'm actually going to come down to just after the bead. And I'm going to push my way out there. And then I'm going to tie here as well. And I find I'm going to do this twice. And this is going to help just in case. These should be fine, but just in case one breaks, you won't lose all of your fringes. And then I'm going to go back up. And tie off one more time. And then just go through a few beads. To cut your thread. And then thread up the other part of the tail, this tail end as well, and do the exact same thing with this end. Tie it there. And put it through some other beads. And because we tied down the bottom with the other one, we don't need to tie with this one as well. I'm just going to take it as far as there and trim it. And isn't that just gorgeous? Now to attach the ear wire. It's disappeared with all the other bits. There we go. To attach the ear wire, I'm going to get rid of this weird thread first. To attach the ear wire, just open it up, stick on this little beaded bell you've made, close it up, and there is our beautiful necklace with matching earrings. I hope you can see why I had to just stop and film it for you, because I really thought you guys would like this one. I think it has a real vintage look to it, and it was inspired by Penelope from Bridgerton. She's my favourite character in that show. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for joining me. I hope you will join me for more in the future. Goodbye now, and take care.